My fiancé's heartbroken because I won't sign the birth certificate. So my fiancé and I are 24. After 2 weeks of being together, we found out she was 6 weeks pregnant. The father wanted nothing to do with the baby. I had known her for a bit and really liked her, so I stayed. 8 months later I proposed. She said yes. I told her I'd be a father to her baby. I put together the nursery, took care of her pregnancy, including calling days off of work to take care of her. I helped her throughout her whole pregnancy and preparing. At the hospital after the baby was born, I told her I wasn't comfortable signing the birth certificate. She told me I agreed to it when I proposed. I told her I didn't feel comfortable signing it, but I'm still her father, and always will be. She started to cry and has been cold to me since we left the hospital. And when I get home from work I can tell she's been crying. I'm still our daughter's father. They live with me. I work to support them and love them. I'd do anything for them. I just didn't feel comfortable signing the birth certificate. I'm not sure how to make her feel better. I love her so much. She needs to put the actual father on the birth certificate. Then she can get child support from him, and you can still be daddy and raise her all day long. Don't sign the birth certificate. Speaking from personal experience, you should not sign that paper. I was with my ex for 7 years and figured I was doing the right thing signing for her child that I knew wasn't mine. As soon as we broke up, she threw me on child support and proceeded to keep me away from the child for a full year. It took me over $10,000 in time in court to get free of both her and the child. It's not worth it in the long run and will only plant you and the child with heartache and headache in the long run if things ever go sour. You proposed only 8 months after meeting, when she was heavily pregnant with a child that is not yours. Are you sure you proposed for the right reasons? That's a lot of responsibility to take on within 8 months of first meeting someone. Did she push you for the proposal, or was it completely your choice? Given the very short time frame and everything going on during it, she may be looking for someone to marry her and take care of the baby so she's not alone. And you may feel obligated and/or be putting yourself in the hero rescuing the damsel position. You might want to take a step back and really reevaluate the entire situation. Bro is playing his life in 1.5x and 144p. You met a woman for 2 weeks and took care of a baby that wasn't yours and was made just a month before you met her. After a few months you proposed to her and now she manipulates you into signing the birth certificate. What can go wrong? Look, I know you love them, but you should absolutely not sign something like that. To be frank, you're very young and you haven't known her that long. And maybe you'll be together forever. But honestly, I wouldn't get engaged to someone you've known such a short amount of time. Much less sign a birth certificate for a child that isn't biologically yours. If you're together in a few years, you can always do a legal adoption. You are absolutely right in your decision. Tell her that you feel signing the birth certificate is dishonest, which it is. But let her understand that that doesn't mean you would not be willing to legally adopt the child in the near future. She wants you to be the legal father of her baby. If you break up, she can come after you for child support. You're moving way too fast. You shouldn't even be engaged until you get to know her better. Don't do it. Not only it is illegal in some states, but it may become a financial liability in future. If she decides to leave you in future, because then you will be forced to pay child support for someone else's kid. You have already made a pretty huge mistake in remaining with her after 2 weeks throughout her pregnancy. Her behavior casts huge doubts. What if she only remained with you because she needed support? Don't sign it. For so many reasons. Do not sign it. She needs to get child support from the real father. Work on that. But do not sign the birth certificate. You could screw yourself overnight time if you ever break up. Tell your fiancé you want to do it the right way and legally adopt, so there will never be a question in anyone's mind that she is your daughter. Ideally, it will be a straightforward process to formally adopt her daughter. You go through the process of legally adopting her, which includes the father legally relinquishing his parental rights. A thing he will likely be quite cooperative about, because it actually removes the possibility that your GF fiancé comes after him later for child support by transferring that responsibility to you. This makes sure everything is above board and is a stronger commitment than fraudulently signing a VC, because no matter what happens between you and her mother, your daughter will always be your daughter legally as well as emotionally. Edit, formatting and clarity. So found out when I was in a similar situation that it is actually illegal for you to sign the birth certificate if you know for a fact that you are not the father. Doesn't mean people don't do it, but yay, if you had, you would have technically committed a crime. In NY, maybe more states, if you marry a woman with a child of undetermined paternity, you become the instant father. She needs to legally establish paternity for the child before you marry her. You know, if you start looking after the child, you'll still be on the hook for the rest of your life. I know you love her, but you need legal advice ASAP. Your GF wants that $$ up. Isn't it strange how you two got together and basically instantly she's pregnant? You got engaged very fast. Maybe you should watch yourself, mate. Don't you sign it up. I'm a woman saying this. Do not sign that birth certificate. The reason she wants you to sign it so bad is because it offers her security for the next 18 years. Even if you guys break up, she's got you by the balls forever. She could be the nicest person in the world, but you can never predict what someone will do when the goings get tough. That little voice in you telling you not to sign it is your self-preservation instinct. Don't ignore it. Life is about compromise, and she doesn't get everything. She needs to meet you halfway. And if this is something she won't let go of, then I think you should rethink your relationship. But don't let the tears and pleading manipulate you into signing. You've been warned. Proceed at your own risk. You did the right thing and the smart thing, and she's being manipulative. The baby's actual father needs to financially support this child. She should be lucky you've stepped up to help at all. One thing: do not allow your love for the child to keep you in a relationship if it goes bad. If it gets bad, you need to think of yourself first and never stay in a bad situation for a child. Good luck. Why on earth would she expect you to sign the birth certificate if you're not the father? That's incredibly immature. I hope it all works out for you and she grows up a bit. Don't sign. The baby does not deserve to be deceived another their parentage. Do not sign the birth certificate. For starters, it's paternity fraud. It's very illegal. Second, you have been dating for less than a year. You haven't seen the real her. If you want to legally adopt the little girl down the line, by all means. But after a few years of relationship, give her a draft prenup and see how her reaction is. My thoughts: she doesn't care about you, but she hopes you're daddy to a baby only. She can break up or divorce. She won't worry about your child support. I mean, you two are dating for 8 months and she's in rush for sugar daddy. If you don't believe, I will drop a final message. Don't come to Reddit for asking legal. Sue.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.